Welcome back, friends. Last guy here. Time for more Great Ace Attorney. Looks like we're doing more investigating today, so let's go. We already saved. So go back. There we go. Continuing the voice LP. What? The office isn't built yet? I thought it was built by this point. We're in the next case. Like, I guess it's not. I guess they got built up by the third case, huh? Oh, the third case in the first game. Well, this is their third case here. Alright. 22nd February, 1:11 p.m. Naruto-Hodo's Legal Consultancy. Oh, we made it back in one piece. Just. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished for a while there. Oh, I know. What a lot of close shaves. There are so many carriages on the streets of London, you were very nearly flattened several times. Oh, no. I mean, I don't mean that. Yes, I know. It was a marvelous defense, Naruto-san. It really was. I was in awe of you. I read in love with you for a moment. I was like, what? But no, I read that wrong. Oh, thank you. And now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time. Let's see if we can't find some new clues for court tomorrow. Yes, let's do that. Is everything alright? I suppose. I still can't quite believe it. That's all. But I'm here in England working as a lawyer, I mean. In the Old Bailey, no less. The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. It should be Kazuma. It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him. Yes, I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. And you're doing wonderfully, Naruto-san. I have no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us. Thank you, Sasato-san. Thank you. Now the question is, I guess converse, see if there's anything to talk about. Today's trial. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand? I know. Not only that, but then finding out that he is actually a barefaced gas thief as well? Yes, that was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Saseki-san poisoning the tea. Careful of your phrasing, Sasato-san! You didn't poison anything! And there's more to this Mr. Shamsphere than we yet know. I'm sure of it. Mr. Shamsphere certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was, at first. What's become of him, actually? I was told he'd be returning to hospital ward, where he was receiving treatment. Which one is that? Oh, which one is that? Oh yeah, right. I feel like that green girl's gonna show up again at some point. Let me see. Oh yes, he's at St. Bartholomew's, or Bart's as Londoners call it. We know that place, don't we? Yes, we visited Miss Green there yesterday. There we go. It's the same hospital to which she was taken. Ah yes, after Saseki-san stabbed her in the back. Do be careful with your phrasing, Naruto-san. He didn't stab anyone. Perhaps we both owe Saseki-san an apology. St. Bartholomew's, yes, we should probably visit the hospital later. What's next? So, we know that Saseki-san took tea to the victim on the night in question. But as he isn't the culprit, then obviously... Yes, the poison surely wasn't in the tea. But if that's the case, how on earth did the poison get into Mr. Shamsphere's body? I'm sure we'll find a clue at the scene. There must be something in Mr. Chancer's room that will help solve the mystery. Well, naturally, Scotland Yard detectives have been over the place already. But it couldn't hurt for us to have another look around, I think. Definitely! And I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea left in the bar of soap. Well, if we run into Inspector Gregson, we could ask him about that. Oh, we're gonna. Kazuma's wish is Kazuma Asogi, the best friend I ever had, and a lawyer with such promise. You really saved my bacon in that horrible incident just before we left Japan. I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. And then at the trial, that crazy idea he came up with. Live in a closet? As a stowaway? Yes, you can fit inside my trunk if you curl up small enough. I'm sure. No one will know. Kazuma, won't you tell me why? Why go to these lengths so that I can accompany you to Great Britain? Well, it's been on my mind ever since we got through that trial. That you really ought to go into law. Be a defense lawyer. You've got a natural talent for it. Believe me. I guarantee it. But I've never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, I can't force you. Obviously. You have to decide for yourself. But anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world. The city at the forefront of everything. It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. No, that's true. I suppose, though, if you were to become a lawyer, then one day... One day what? Oh, no. Never mind. Huh? Yeah, I don't get what was he going with that. What was he going with there? Naruhodo-san? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about Kazuma. Yes. He's forever in my thoughts, too. He changed the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course. Yes, that's right. But... Yes? I do wonder if his true intentions lay elsewhere sometimes. I don't know. The thought just takes hold of me every now and then, that's all. Kazuma's true intentions. Naruhodo-san, what do you mean by Kazuma's true intentions? Sword. I mean this. His katana? I never expected to inherit this sword after Kazuma passed away, of course. No, I know. It was because I asked you to take it. When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage. Yes. Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. What? Is that new? Is this new? Is that new? Is this new? Is that new? Oh no, I think we learned this last time. In the last game. Karuma. That's right. It's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryunosuke. I can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. Move this over there. So its name compels its wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. Something you have to do? Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will! Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. What did he mean by something very important that I have to do? I'd hoped that the answer to that question would become apparent when we arrived here, but as yet I have not found a single clue. I see. That's everything here, okay. It's like, I see. Back to smiles. Guess we can go anywhere. A new office. I wonder what exciting adventures await us. Shall we go and say hello to Mr. Sholmes and Iris? Let's go there. There's the way to go. 22nd February, Sholmes' suite. Oh, Wuno and Susie. Hooray, you're back. Hello, Iris. You're in fine spirits as always, I see. I am, and you look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie. Oh, you flatter me. Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. I just made a pot of tea. I'll set some cups. Really? Thanks, Iris. But actually, what is that foul smell? Aha! The Wanderers return at last. Where on earth have the pair of you been? We've been in court? Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case? That was today, was it? I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Sholmes. I'm sure you think you did. Well, we can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go? Reasonably well so far. We've managed to escape without a guilty verdict, at least. Really? I would have liked to see it. And I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long. Is Lord Von Zeke's an acquaintance, Mr. Sholmes? Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Naruhodo. Not quite what I asked, but still. Mr. Sholmes? Whatever is that odor? Yes, what is it? It's faint, but absolutely awful. Ah, indeed. That's the scent of victory, my dear fellows. Victory in science. Oh dear. Alright, I'll bite. What's he up to now? Converse. Lord Von Zeeks. Also. Lord Von Zeeks. Lord Beric Von Zeeks, yes. It's an interesting sobriquet. Yes, isn't it? The Reaper of the Bailey. Once a legendary prosecutor has fought for someone's conviction, that person is doomed. Even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts. Sooner or later, the hapless soul will vanish from the capital. Vanish how exactly? By falling under a passing carriage or drowning in the Thames? Or succumbing to a sudden fever, or quite out of the blue, being set upon by a highwayman. There are a number of routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow. It all seems a little far-fetched, really. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is fighting fit. For the time being, at least. That's not overly reassuring. If the rumors are true, though, the obvious conclusion would surely be that those acquitted are, well, by Lord Von Zeke's own hand. As it happens, Mr. Sato, that is quite impossible. Oh, why? Naturally, the man very quickly came under such suspicion. However, whenever these incidents occurred, the Reaper always had a cast-iron alibi. Really? And so his reign continued, but 5 years ago, he vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived when I was thrust into that trial at the Old Bailey. That bitter fight to the death coincided with the Reaper's resurrection. And really did end bitterly indeed. An old Scotsman was lit on fire. And here you are, facing Mr. Reaper again. Oh, Bruno, I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky. Or incredibly unlikable. I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing. Of all Japanese people. Racism! Foul smell. So, what is that indescribably foul smell? Well, most probably this, I would say. What is that? My dear fellow, it is of course my latest invention. A chemical test that can identify whether or not a tea is genuine at the drop of some tea. Oh my! There are some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but is in fact merely dyed leaves of drab flavor. Well, that's certainly unsavory behavior. So when one is presented with what appears to be a black tea, one must be careful. Iris. Iris. There we go. At the ready, Howie. That's a brown tea. Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea here. Do you see what happens? Black. It's turned completely black. And what a foul odor it's giving off. Indeed, the blacker the tea becomes, the more foul the odor. The better the tea it is. What? It would appear that this cup was a particularly fine Darjeeling. That's very ingenious, but what do you do with that black liquid now? Why, dispose of it naturally. Surely you wouldn't like to drink it, would you? There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Sholmes. Hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madam. Right. The point is, we're entering a new era of science. In the world of criminal investigation also. Yes, forensic science. Oh, these are such exciting times. I regularly engage in the scientific experimentation, alongside my unofficial consulting detective work. The Sherlock-Holmes method will be the foundation upon which modern investigative technique is based. This little tea indicant is a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research. Forensic science? I suppose I should find out more about that. But forget that, let's talk about Japanese people. The order of this. With Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese as well as Mrs. Sato and myself, I felt it even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lord Von Zeke seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese. Indeed, it is an interesting observation. Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Sholmes? It was about 10 years ago that Barock Von Zieks, chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan. No! What the? Tell us more, Mr. Sholmes! What happened? I believe I've made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the affair. Oh, but why even cock tease about it? The veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course. I have no doubt, because this is a video game. For now, however, it is Mr. Mustache who is most deserving of your attention, I believe. Forensic science. So your t-test, is that an example of forensic science? Indeed it is. An essential tool in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether some tea is of high or inferior quality. Not a huge number of cases, then. Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints? Not yet accepted in our courts as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels there. I hadn't even heard of them until recently. Which is partly why I undertake research in this field myself, of course. Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Sholmes? There are others in that field already, and I have all the company of inferior minds. But what I am researching is skin prints. What? Skin prints? A nomenclature of my own design, as is this chemical agent that makes it possible. It instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation. Oh, how convenient! Brilliant, Mr. Sholmes. As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black. I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensic talents in action very soon indeed. Okay. Well, I think we should go back to the scene and see if we can uncover any new clues. That's a spirit, Wuno. See you later. Yes, until later. No, Mr. Sholmes, we were thinking you'd come with us. You were? Yes, of course. You said just so a moment ago. You said we'd witness your forensic talents in action. Ah, yes, I do recall saying something along those lines. But you will go on ahead. I shall be sure to follow you later, in all likelihood. Probably, maybe, I might. Your commitment astounds me. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. We will eagerly await your arrival. Susato, you simp! You simpy girl! Bye-bye, Wuno. Bye, Susie. You know, I don't believe we visited this place for some time. I don't think she's gonna be there, but why not say hi, right? There's gotta be a reason why we're gonna see this lady. 22nd February, St. Bartholomew's Hospital Recovery Ward. What do you suppose is happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance. Yes, I hear angry voices. Be not angry, O ample lady. Verily thou art mistaken. I forgot her voice. He's taking my foot. You were looking at my painting. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. 'Twas foul indeed the poison that mustached villain giveth me. Forgive me, lady. I wish that you die from that poison. God have mercy, ample lady, but thou seest I have vigour still. Behold my Shakespeare dance. This looks rather ominous, doesn't it? Huh? Ah, lo, 'tis the lawyer from the land whence riseth the sun. How now? What are you doing here, Mr. Shakespeare? Marry, I do believe I am returneth unto another ward. He was looking. That's what he was doing. Looking at my terrible work. Eastern fellow, so darkly electly clad. Faith, thy work in court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee. Oh well, thank you. But that doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? Huh? A nun, exunt. Okay. Mr. Shakespeare might technically be the victim in this case. There's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin the man down. I'm so sorry. I'm such an awful person. Oh, Miss Green, is everything alright? Oh, yes, don't worry about me. I like this voice better. They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave now. Oh, I see. We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. Oh dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it. I don't know why this lady's just so depressed, right? Like, you looked at everything though, just checking to see if there's anything new besides her. Looks like it's just her, okay. So are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green? I am, thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me. Well, yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it? As far as I was concerned, I was just walking along the snow one evening, minding my own business. And then, completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife, and collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the whole business had been cleared up already. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I'll look back on this fondly. Really? Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged. Oh yes, of course. Sorry to take up your time when you're obviously so very busy. She's either going to be relevant in this case or another case, because there's no reason to linger on her. And yet we do. Chancellor's room. Seeing the crime on the... Wait. Didn't we have the hospital? We're supposed to go there, find he wasn't there, and then go over here, I guess? What a treat. I simply can't wait to see Mr. Sholmes' forensic investigation techniques. Let's go. 22nd February, Mr. Natsume's lodgings ground floor, but this is the other guy's room. Oh, hello again, Inspector Gregson. What are you doing here? Well, we were hoping to have another look around, actually. The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, as I'm sure you're aware. Yeah, I know the score. Oh, yes, one other thing. The soap on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it with the tea in it? Yeah, we found it alright, and there was a small amount of tea in it. As you said. I knew it. It's at the identification section at the yard now. They're looking into it. The results should be available later today. That's wonderful news. Thank you. Pretty impressive performance in court this morning. Sorry? Nothing, forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in there. Alright. Take a look around. Okay. Was he there a second ago? I don't think he was. Was he there a second ago? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he was. Are you looking for new clues, Inspector? On Lord Von Zeke's orders, yeah. Don't come back till you've got something for me, he says. Yeah. Oh dear. Poor you. Yeah, poor me. Because we've already searched every bleeding nook and cranny in this place. I don't know what he expects, to be honest. Thank goodness for warm chips is all I can say. Well, at least he's honest. If you ran out of change, you wouldn't even have any light, let alone heat. For the needy, London's winters can be very harsh. That's true, but if you think about it, even the wealthy would find themselves freezing if they ran out of small change. London's winters can be very harsh for the forgetful too, then. Frankly, I'm starting to wonder if Sasato-san and I are going to make it to spring. That's true. We don't even have a meter at Baker Street, let alone a gas stove. Look how dark the stain on the floor is underneath the meter there. Yes, from all the water dripping out after the ice coins melted, as you established in court this morning. It's a very large and obvious stain, isn't it? Mr. Shamster must have used an awful lot of ice coins, I suppose. It was an ingenious idea, I'll give him that. So we're going to see what Shamster put his hands on with Sholmes' help. So it turns out that Mr. Shamster wasn't eating the soap at all. That's right, the mystery of why he had it on a plate whilst holding a fork in his hand is solved. Yes, to prize his latest ice coin out of its mold. And in the process, he accidentally broke the bar of soap in two. It certainly was hard to imagine, let alone deduce. Ah, the ill-fated teacups from which the two men drank on the ill-fated night. During their heated literary debate, yes? Who's stronger, Romeo or Juliet? It sounds like it was quite a discussion. Now I think of it, I'm sure that the two lovers in the play ended their lives with poison. Romeo was poison. Juliet was a little more hardcore. That's fiction, Mrs. Sato. Let's hope it stays that way. The bricks. The sun never shines in this room, thanks to that depressing bricked-up window. Yet with enough determination, you can always remove the bricks to set some soap outside, can't you? That sounds like a very wise life lesson, Mrs. Sato. Only if you plan to follow a life of crime, Mr. Naruhodo. And? Mr. Sholmes, what are you up to over there? What a question indeed. Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene? Oi! What are you doing there, Sholmes? Oi! What are you doing there, Sholmes? What are you up to over there? What are you doing here? Dear me, once a great detective, one is always under scrutiny, it seems. Is now the time, Mr. Sholmes? Are you about to show us your forensic talent in action as you promised? With the greatest of pleasure, my dear madam. Alright, here we go. What's all this? What's all this, then? Well, all this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo. A gun! I like Sholmes' sensational skin print seeker gun. Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample? From Mr. Shamster's cup? Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches. A sample of those secretions is all I need to produce this, a refined indicator solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Should he have touched everything? Here, try them on. There, now, spray the chemical indicator about and all will be revealed. Spray? Hell, how do I do that exactly? Thing is, this is Shakespeare's room. He's been all over this place. A little press of A on the area you're interested in is all that's required. Like this. Ah, what is that stuff? It's like fog. A suspension of the chemical indicator in a pressurized gas is the most efficient way to cover a large area. That's another invention I discovered recently, whilst I was developing this idea. Incidentally, wasn't it? As you do. Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting from the victim's movements on the night in question. Well, there's nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's explore. Should have touched the bricks. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this thing on the floor is. Wrong button. Yep, hands on there. Hands on there. And hands all over the place. Look, there are dozens of handprints here. So there are. A great many indeed. So much that it's hard to make out any one individual print in fact. Brr, it sent a chill down my spine. Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he admired this picture? While taking it in the A? Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene after all. Without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel. Oh, very true, Mr. Sato. It's a bit of mystery, then. I don't know about that. I think he was just taking in the A. I think we've done everything at this point. Oh, they're not stopping, so there must be more. It's not letting me stop, so there's got to be another thing I missed. There we go. Oh, look at all this here. That's from the sumo wrestling. Ah, yes, interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints. Why are there so many of them on the floor in this one spot? Oh, perhaps he had a bad fall just here? There's nothing obvious that he would have tripped over, though, is there? I wonder. Personally, I'd often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. I think there's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Sholmes. Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. Yes, there's no obvious explanation. Well, I have one already. That's the hands from the wrestling. Well, we sprayed Mr. Sholmes' amazing skin print indicator all over this room, didn't we? We did, but there are two places in particular that are of interest, I would say. Oh, floorboards! Oh, he put something there. The handprint's on the floor there, and on the wall by the picture, you mean? Yes, I think the floor warrants closer investigation. I won't be a moment. Ah! What is it, Mrs. Sato? Look here, Mr. Naruhodo. One of the floorboards has popped out. One of the... You mean... It's a secret hiding place? Excellent work, Mrs. Sato. So what do we have in here? Oi, what are you lot doing? Inspector Gregson! Stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate there. No need, Inspector. You continue to dig into your portion of chips. Whilst we dig around on the floor here. Look at those teeth in his mouth. Your fancy talking's putting me off my food anyway, Sholmes. A new bit of evidence is exactly what I need. Wow, a secret hiding place under the floor. What a find. It's not a hiding place you could make use of in Japan. I don't think I could lift a straw tatami mat. No, I know, but I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering about the wall over there, too. Aren't you curious? Oh! Are we just gonna make him run around? I'll investigate it once. It's like, hey! There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Only the wall. How disappointing. But then, how do you explain the handprints? Really can't think why anyone would have been touching the wall over and over in one place like that. Click. There you are. A print for you. Photograph with the handprints on the wall have been entered into the court record. I'm curious, yeah, why is that there? Oh, thank you very much. His invention can make prints too. Now then. I wonder if Inspector Gregson has found anything under the floor there. And I'm desperate to know. So am I. Well, we have to click on it. We'll save now. We'll see you next time. So that right there is the game for now. Sirens in the background. That's the game for now. I have fun. Hope you have fun watching. That's what's up, Baznet. Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.